Welcome, one and all, to the Age of Stars. This is Yulon, the Citadel, episode 3.5, with me, your guest host for this evening. You may know me as Camia Holtz on this exact campaign, but I'm here tonight to play a slightly different role. That's right, as I'm made bigger and moved to the other side of the screen, I have now become the Dungeon Master. And with me is the wonderful team here, minus one giant bear. Say hi, gang!
Hi, gang!
How's it going?
God, I felt like Brendan Lee Mulligan for a second. What the hell was that? But yeah, so, for those of you who might be new to the campaign, I'm not the typical Dungeon Master. That would be the person who owns this Twitch channel, the wonderful K-Roll. Now, Kay is feeling a little under the weather, so instead of leaving you guys without any of this juicy content, I've decided to take it upon myself to steer some roleplay as...
Oh, we're getting petted.
Yeah. Oh, thank you for the head pat. Oh, it's Kay. And thank you, Russ, for the self-care. So, without further ado, I'm going to set the scene real quick. Last time, for those who might not have been here before, our wonderful adventurers beat two very large and muscular freight drivers in a drinking game, thanks to the power of one large bear and some minor telekinesis. And it has landed them inside the ship of their now piloting crew. They have themselves the wonderful, I know the name, the Drunken Chariot. And they set off into the stars, and the first thing that our crew thought of, well, Cammy in particular, was we need to disguise this. So who better to go to than to pirates? And after some questionable tactics with negotiation, it landed them in a bit of hot water, but luckily all was settled, and Camia stormed off to drink. Now we return to our crew members with Camia having collapsed in bed, asleep. And we're actually going to reenact something that happened in a private chat because we thought it was so funny that it has to be witnessed by others. Is everybody ready?
No.
Yeah.
Because I'm stuck right now. I cannot maneuver my character or anything, but it says I'm logged in. But I do not see anything, even though I've tried again too.
Can you drag your character anywhere?
I don't even
It's
see the
not
map.
letting.
I've
Oh.
scrolled down and everything. I see.
Odd.
Let me work on this. Always got to have a little bit of street stuff. It's par for the course, really. Launch game. Maybe this. Oh. Yeah, I got it.
Hey.
Woo!
So this took place after a while, yeah.
Yes.
After-
Camia is in bed, and our bear friend Krim is off doing something elsewhere
Piloting,
on the ship.
driving, basically.
Yeah. We'll say that Krim's up in the ship's navigations, getting to know how everything works, so that at least one member of the crew is fairly competent with the controls. And we open on Nomad.
Yeah. So said after a while of watching Cammy miraculously clean up their own vomit. Almost flawlessly with what was the spell called?
It was
The hand.
Yeah.
Yeah. After a
Kinda my
bit,
character stuff.
after that, kind of went back over to his little like workstation here. And after just a bit of like figuring things out, fucking around with things, he has kind of developed this huge sticky note board of like just small things from here to there, inventions, etc., just like everywhere. It's a little overflowing, in fact, as it goes to the other side. And he's just kind of like looking at it from behind, just inspecting it all.
Right. Okay.
At
Yes?
which point, Imai saunters her way over to Centurion, positions herself behind him, not making any sounds except for the slight whir of her joints as she moves. And without even really letting him know that she's there, she opens her mouth and goes, "Sen, I am currently worried about our team member, Kamiya. Have you a moment to speak on the matter?"
Right as she says his name, he just goes, "Ah, Jesus, hi! Sure. Let me sit down first. I've been standing for a bit. Oh my god, fuck. Let me get over here. Fucking hell."
She stands behind the seat he pointed to, not yet sitting down. Upon their perceived failure to negotiate a price, they turn to self-harming behavior. After which she kinda actually sits down. Worried this behavior stems from childhood neglect. Early age, very tender for organic life. Will need further observation. Possible shifts. I have to recharge eventually. At which point she presses a tender spot on her neck and her eye display changes from the diamond pupils to a battery with the number 76% inside of it. Would you be willing to take shift watching until determined not to risk harm on themselves?
Sure, I can do that, but it won't solve much, really. I feel like we'll probably have to like talk to him at some point, don't you think?
Her head cocks to the side really sharply. Why would we need to do that? Simple observation would yield same information.
As much as it can do that, it's likely that they would repeat the same, like, this kind of setup here will repeat over again. Think of it as preventative measures. However, we would have to wait until they're ready to discuss it. This will also build trust for us, everything.
She stares at him for an uncomfortable amount of time, her eyes never closing, until at some point the idle display on her eyes becomes a blue ball just bouncing around the edges of it. And then she realizes that she left the changing display on, presses the same tender spot on her neck, and resets her eye display to the diamond-shaped pupils. It would seem my method would yield faster results. Kamiya could kill themselves for willing to share personal information. Any suggestions for a middle ground?
You think it's that bad? Wait a moment. How about we do your plan just a little bit more than just monitoring? Possibly give them water, feed them. Preventing, how do I put it? Like, prevents wandering zeros, you know what I mean?
She stares, blinking once before standing up. Okay, then wanders around for a bit before returning. Must test all food for allergens before consumption. And then she starts rubbing a small bit of spice on Sen's wrist.
What the fuck? What are you doing? He kind of jerks his arm back, but stops himself. himself. Do you know how many spices we have? We'll be here all day.
Cannot risk you getting an allergy, she states, dapping off the spice after it didn't seem to cause a reaction, then rubbing salt in the same spot to test it for allergens.
Sen just pinches the bridge of his nose with his other hand. All right, if you're gonna do this, can we at least figure out, like, at least ask if I'm allergic to it or not before testing? And two, wouldn't this take too much time anyway? Wouldn't we spend this more on watching over Cam?
She starts dragging him by the wrist all the way to Kamiya's sleeping spot. Correct. We will do both. And then rubs some lemon chili powder on his wrist. Do you know if you are allergic to lemon chili?
Then just visibly face palms. But he can't help but to smile at the situation a little bit. Knowing me, I'm not allergic to that.
Okay. So, you trying to do the same to Kamiya now? Is that it?
Yeah. Essentially, after coating Sen's arm in all the different spices, one small line at a time, and not finding any allergens, she starts to do the same thing to a sleeping Kamiya.
Yeah. Just real quick. Do you have a passive perception?
Passive perception. Let me double check.
I forget if our characters have that sort of stuff.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure in this new system. Sorry.
I have no clue what the fuck passive perception is.
It would just be like, without a roll, what would your perception be?
Oh. Let me take a look and see if there's a thing for that.
You know what? You want to just? I don't think there is. Do you want to just roll for me?
Perception.
Real quick perception.
Okay. Let me double check to see if there isn't any passive perception.
Just to check to see if Kamiya is
I think it's called senses here, but I don't have anything written down. So let's see.
It would, according to Kay on the text chat, they don't see one, but they said it would be a 10 plus your perception score.
So you can either
10
take
plus
that
perception.
or roll.
Okay.
Holy
10
shit, my
plus
perception's low.
So that would be 16.
16, easy. Kamiya snoring, like full on. It reverberates a little bit weirdly due to having a slightly different respiratory system.
Can I roll?
If you want, go for it.
I want to roll.
We're throwing all the rolls
I didn't
out.
roll. I was
You got a
doing,
12?
like
Yeah.
a specialized.
Yeah, Kamiya is very much asleep.
I would.
Okay. Imai starts doing the same thing she did to Centurion to Kamiya's arm, just putting a small line of one spice followed by a small line of the other, all the way up her arm. Their arm, sorry.
That might not be a good idea to do that to a person that isn't awake right now. Don't you think?
Her head turns to Centurion while she continues to do this. If we intend to cook before they wake up, this is necessary. She examines the arm a little bit closer, not seeing any allergic reactions as of yet.
Yeah, I'm going to say
this
none
not
right now.
effective.
The scariest fucking thing to think of is that your head just fucking swivels like an owl.
Oh god, yeah, that is a weird implication.
It's effective but not efficient. We're gonna run out of spices if you keep it up. You know what? Okay, well, kind of.
She stands up and walks into the kitchen to see how many spices we have.
Okay,
Opens
now...
up the spice rack, which then opens up to a different. Sorry.
I will now say at this point, for those in the audience, we had our DM, our normal DMK, roll, get Imi to roll D100 plus 20, because there are 20 spices on Earth, as far as we could tell. And then it was a D100 to see how many intergalactic spices there were. Safe to say that Quiver, when rolling a D100, rolled a 100. Which means there are canonically, in Yulon, 120 different spices.
Specifically, also.
So you go into the kitchen, and you swing open the cabinet, and this cabinet, it appears to be some sort of optical illusion, as what you thought was like a solid metal part of the ship was actually a hollowed out space dedicated to the storage and preservation of 120 samples of spices. One for every single spice.
You think that needs to be a whole hollowed out space? I feel like that's like...
Of course. We're talking about
if they're in
some
bottles, right?
Labeled, hermetically sealed jars of spice. I was handed the keys to this, Rain. I'm making it a hollowed out space full of spice.
Oh my fucking... Where is this? Okay, alright, ping where it's located.
So...
It's behind the raptor.
So this is the kitchen.
I thought that was the workstation.
Right here is hollowed out and just full of spices. It's like it's one of those things where it's like a vertical conveyor. It's a vertical conveyor. So like think about it from a 3D perspective. That entire pillar is full of spices and the spice rack rotates. So if you need to grab something, you rotate the rack and grab it.
Oh. I thought that was Sen's workplace, actually.
6 racks vertically, 2 layers, 10 spices on each rack.
Jesus fucking Christ. Spice room!
They are...
You see it like pop up.
Hold on, I'm just gonna quickly roll...
What are you rolling for?
I'm just rolling a flat D20.
4.
They are all organized into Planet of Origin. It is not disorganized. There is a method to the madness.
Oh, fucking Christ.
I was rolling to see if they actually took care to organize everything. Like, every single spice is labeled, and every single spice is grouped within Planet of Origin. So you see a group of 20 that are dedicated to... What's the name of Earth in this game? Okay, just shoot me a quick message. Or what's our Earth stand-in?
I thought it was Yulon's kind of
Yeah,
like...
that's
Is it Yulon?
Yeah.
Okay, so there is a group of 20 also dedicated to Yulon, and then there are a bunch of others with a bunch of other different planet names. And there is one stored there, which is... Planet of Origin, the station.
Is the planet Yulon, or I thought the realm was called Yulon?
Is the realm Yulon? Okay, step in here, please. We've stumbled first hurdle.
Hello.
Alright.
So, there is, the planet is called Yulon, and there is a continent called Yulon, and there is a goddess, patron of the planet and the country and the people, named Yulons.
Huh.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Well, that was easy. Yeah, so there is one labeled Yulon, and then there's a bunch of others. one of them happens to be a single spice with the planet of origin not being a planet. It is the station that Camilla grew up on, or at least you know that the CEO lives on that station, so you could assume it's Camilla's homeworld.
Oh. Wait, do we know this lore-wise? Us characters? I don't think you've really mentioned your...
Nomad, if I remember correctly, Centurion knows of the Holtz family. We established that in lore a couple things back. So you probably would know, like, it would be in the news or something.
Gotcha.
That Cammy's mother was born and raised on the station, and you can safely assume. I mean, if you want to give me just a flat, oh god, I gotta remember the things for this. Is wisdom? Yeah, just a flat wisdom roll if you want, but if not, I'll give it to you.
Just give it to me for that. Like that would make sense. Like you know where Stark Enterprises are. You know where like Elon's like located. Therefore, you would. Okay. Don't get chariot. Surprise. So what's the place? What's the station called specifically?
Did we give it a name?
It seems like here.
Because there was a station it was based on in the core rulebook. Absalom Station.
Okay.
So, are we going with the same name? Okay, you can just say a message, yes or no. It's
if you said
if you want.
They said if you wanted. Yeah.
I just called it the Prime Factory Station. Yeah, we'll. If I've been given the honor of naming it. I think we've got to go with. Oh. I think Epsilon. Epsilon's a good word. Epsilon Station. That's the name of the giant space station. It's Epsilon.
Nope.
Hey, make notes.
Do you have that on your sheet?
I will add it now, so I can remember. Homeworld Epsilon Station. Alrighty. I reckon I put it in my. I put something along these lines in my notes somewhere, but yeah. Okay. So, Emmy, stumbling upon this giant spice rack. What do you do?
Imai looks around for the aceronics section, only to realize that there is no spice that is generated on her homeworld because they do not eat food.
Oh. Now, here's another question. I think through talking, Imai would know Centurion's home planet. I think he's talked about it at least twice. So you would also know Centurion's homeworld.
And Centurion's homeworld, quick reminder?
Typhon is the homeworld.
She then goes to Typhon. The Typhon section does in fact find something.
It's, if you don't mind me.
Yeah, go ahead.
That Typhon is a very... how'd I put it? It's a very new world. Therefore, what their spices were, very limited. You would see a decent amount of other planet stuff in there as well. But one specific one, it's spice similar to Nashville hot, like spices. You know what I mean? So it has, how'd I put it? It's sweet and heat. It's a combination of both.
Okay, I just quickly rolled for it. There are 3 spices that are Kay just said, I hope you enjoy this. I am thoroughly enjoying this. I can see why you like it so much. There are 3 spices that are from Triton.
Or from Typhon?
Typhon, yeah, thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, there are 3 spices from Typhon. Typhon? Tryphon.
Hi, Typhon.
Typhon,
T-Y.
thank you.
Yeah.
T-Y, okay. Yeah, there are 3 spices from Typhon. There's this hot one that was just described, and then there are 2 others. One, the hot one looks quite like a dark reddish brown in hue, and is powder.
Like a
And then
paprika.
a bit like paprika, but a bit more brown. Like if somebody was trying to smoke paprika, but ended up like overdoing it. Then you've got one that's like desaturated green, which is in the form of powder again. And then you have one that is... It's black, but with a tinge of purple, and is leaves. Like, the ripped up leaves in a jar.
Okay. She picks up all 3 of them and makes her way back to Centurion. Opens them up and starts rubbing them on his arm, one by one. Are you allergic to this?
I'm gonna name the spice one specifically. I don't know about the rest.
Mhm.
The one that's spice one is called ballast. That is it. It is called ballast.
Okay. Kay, could we get a folder? for the
I
spices?
think that's what they were working on right now.
Oh yeah, sweet. Okay.
Should be able to see it. Is it
yeah,
in?
could you name the dark brown powder?
Yeah.
We have 120 of these to do.
The drunken chariot. Oh yeah. So look, you can see
Yeah.
our thing called drunken chariot.
It's right at the bottom.
Okay.
Designated spice cabinet.
Saturate green powder. Obviously, Centurion's not allergic to it. How'd I put it? What the fuck? You had more? What the? Is that ballast?
Yes,
Why? How'd you get this?
it was in our spice cabinet.
Spice. I don't remember having a big spice.
Follow. And then she just starts walking towards the spice
Are you
cabinet.
still grabbing? Are you still grabbing my hand?
No.
Okay. So what is it? Just like okay? Question for Sylvia: how is it
Yep.
opened?
Oh, good question.
Is it
I'm
just
gonna flip a
slot?
coin. I'm gonna
Oh,
flip a coin. If it's heads, it's a slot. If it's tails, it's a full ass room.
It's a little quick.
Okay,
cubby
I will
trench
let you
hole.
know. It's tails. It's a full ass room.
Oh
There
my
is a
God.
door leading into the spice room.
So is it behind? Is it like
Yeah,
this right
feature
over
what I
here?
said earlier about the rotating shelves. It is just shelves in a room.
Great.
So you see, there's just where underneath where Emmy is.
Yeah. Is it on the bottom left?
You
right,
you
like
see
right
how
here?
there's a door there? No, it's
Yeah.
not. The little lip right here. Right here.
Okay, I see.
Between the corner and the door, there's a little it's a really thin door, but
Yes.
it slides out so you can somebody the size of a Vesk, so within 7
Implying.
foot. Yeah, you can slip in without too much hassle, but it's very much like this was they didn't want it to be easily accessed.
I take
It's
it
very
all.
much you can denote from the placement. Do you want to? You know what? Give me a wisdom saving throw. Saving throw.
Saving throw.
Give me a
Saving
wisdom
throw.
check. Give me a
Oh
wisdom
shit!
check.
These
Amy,
spices
you can
got
do this too
hands.
if you want.
Hold on.
Give me a wisdom check.
Wisdom check. Gotcha.
Yeah, Centurion, and then Imai if you want to do it as well.
Yeah, sure.
17.
17. Wait, do you have advantage on wisdom checks?
No, I just roll. Oh, no, I'm at 0. Well,
just reroll. Reroll with no
okay.
advantage. 12 and 11.
Oh,
You-
no. What happened? Sorry. My thing randomly left clicks twice.
Oh, okay. I'm feeling nice. It's a chill RP event. I'll give you the 12.
I'm totally down with 12. If you
Moriyashi
want
has
to
Oh,
do 12.
gifted
Mori
2
Shine.
subs.
Where?
Thank you so much for gifting 2 subs to Kay. Hi, hello. Welcome.
Oh yeah.
Hold on,
Oh, I went to Coda and myself. That's great. I'm loving that. Thank you for gifting me a free sub. Okay. So I'm feeling nice. I'm gonna give you the 12. The check was it was DC 10. You can tell that this spice room, they weren't trying to hide it because it's like illegal or anything. Even though some of those might be banned on certain planets, so it's a bit of a bonus. But you can tell this was a passion thing. Somebody loved their spices, and they had a collection. Like, this was just somebody's hobby. This was one of the 2 Vesk. Their hobby was collecting spices from around different planets.
And we just stole their hobby. Let's fucking go.
Yeah. Honestly, I think, just real quick, we cut back to flash
A taste of home. I think it was.
yeah, a taste of home outside sitting on a bench.
It's just
What were the names of the bloody fast?
They're listed here somewhere.
I'll pick one of them at random. Zruti's like bawling their eyes out over the loss of their spice collection. Like, Zruti didn't care
Oh,
about
we're
the ship. They're gonna be reimbursed for the ship because it was stolen. Like, sure, some of it will come out their paycheck, but that's nothing compared to the value of this spice room. Because they traveled everywhere to get these, like even to far reaches of the solar system to get some of these spices.
Yeah, you see him just crying out.
Oh, fuck
My
me,
damn
me.
spices! They took all my spices! My life's dream. I am dishonored.
Oh, fuck. Well,
Yeah.
That sucks to suck.
Sen's pupils are just going to get widened, and then he's going to look at it. He's just going to look at it by. You expect us all to get tested for every last spice in this room?
Yes.
Do you know how long that will take?
No. And then she starts rubbing the next spice she
Oh.
had on her arm.
Which spice is it? Is it one of the ones?
The
I
black
assume
one.
it's the black one. Okay,
Yeah.
that's interesting. I'm gonna ask for Centurion to make
Don't make me allergic.
what would it be? Constitution, a Constitution saving throw,
Is there con saves?
or
I thought it was
Constitution
con
check. Con check.
God fucking. Oh.
Oh?
Ooh. It was a flat. So I'll take the 20.
Yeah, you take the first one. How about that? For,
Yeah.
if it doesn't
I'll-
constantly, just take the first
So that was a 90 plus 1.
Oh, fort
You're
save.
fine. You're fine.
It's a fort save.
one. Oh, four
Oh,
saves?
four-
Is there
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
Kay's
But
saying.
it's fine. It's fine. I'll take this because what I wanted to do was check to see if you were allergic to this or not. Because this spice here, if you want to make, we'll call it
There's physical
Uh,
science. There's a couple
we'll-
of things.
we'll call
Life
it-
science.
Medicine? If you could make me a medicine check.
What's
Me?
Wait, hold on. What's mystics?
Mysticism,
Mysticism
is
is-
the arcane, like the religion.
Yeah. Why
that
would
sort of
why,
stuff.
why would it be
It would
life
be
science
life
then?
science. Yeah,
Would it be?
Yeah.
life
because
science
talk-
and
if we-
medicine.
It is
There's
plants
both.
technically. Its spices are part of plants.
But we're talking about. Oh wait, no, you're right. Damn. Okay, give me a life
Speed
science.
so far. Is it me or
Both of us?
Centurion. I don't think you would know this.
I know almost every bit of human anatomy and like
Sen is from
anatomy
the-
in
Good,
general.
but are you? Would you say that your character is familiar with spices?
Not so much.
Or
She
cooking.
would be able to
Set-
tell the early
That-
signs
my,
of an
my,
allergic
my argument
reaction.
my argument is because your character doesn't eat and didn't eat on their homeworld,
Mhm.
they wouldn't know much about cooking, and so spices, they're just the funky thing that flesh
goes
people
on
throw
thing they
throw
need
on their
to eat,
food,
Yeah.
and
So
apparently it makes it taste nice.
two things. Sen would for two reasons. One, his parents were fucking with it. Two, a lot of imports from Pulse Industries did go into Typhon. So I would assume some spice.
This is a spice from your homeworld.
oh, it's my homework.
Black
Yes.
and purple one.
Then
Black
yes,
and purple leaves.
absolutely.
Yeah. So give me you know what? I'll say life science check with advantage.
Okay. Two. There's roll two, or you just want that one?
I mean, if you want to roll the advantage,
Yippee! Oh shit!
I won't take that third one because you
'Cause the double
accidentally
click,
did it
yeah,
three
yeah.
times. But that's abysmal. On a 21, you know that this is. Ooh, I got to make sure that I come up with a good name for this.
Name it after a part of the ship. Don't call it bilge.
This is Comanche leaf. C-O-M. How did I just say that?
Comanche.
C-O-M-A-C-H-I. Comanche. This is Comanche leaf. Comanche leaf, you know, isn't used in cooking typically on your homeworld, although it is in other places. Comanche is used as a hallucinogen.
Huh?
Because it's very mild. Typically, it is. It's very mild as in its leaf form, which is when it got exported. Other cultures didn't know Comanche for how you would have known it. They knew it as this leaf that came from a planet. It's a spice.
Okay.
You know it as something to be ground and put in a paste. As Comanche leaf, when put in a paste and combined with certain alcohol, can be very potent as a hallucinogen.
I see. Do you get contact high by any chance?
Again, in the leaf form, it's very mild, but in a paste mixed with alcohol, very potent.
I see. I see.
Again, for the I'm gonna quickly write in our chat.
The spice rack.
Comanche leaf alone
Comanche.
equals mild paste plus alcohol
What's
equal
Is it
potent.
addictive?
No. So
Is it-
Comanche leaf. Okay, for this, I want a medicine check. Flat medicine
Okay.
check.
Okay. Let's see. Here's a trade. Again, if I double click, just take the first. Medicine. Got you right there.
What did you get?
Fuck, I don't
15.
know which one. Okay, I was like, I saw the list of them. Like, which one's which now? Fuck. Yeah, I think it's 15.
Okay. On a 15, it's used not as like a recreational high. It's used as a medicinal high. It's used to get people through surgery, as it puts them in a state where they're not focusing on the pain. So, Comanche leaf is used for medicine.
Thank you for the
On your
spice
home
notes.
Spice notes.
Spice no.
Oh, it's interesting. I'm still just gonna like gently take it out of Amaya's hands, the bottle,
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough.
and just be
She
like,
allows you.
"What the? Wait, hold on, why? Okay, no. Let's not deal with that for now."
Is it dangerous?
Sen shakes his head. No, it's just there's a lot of properties to this thing that isn't spice.
Should we label it as non-edible? Oh no!
No, you.
Oh. Oh no.
Oh wait, Grant, what the what?
It looks like Kay has entered the party as a baby Tyrannosaurus. And the Tyrannosaurus runs up and grabs the jar of Comanche leaf in its jaws as you're not focusing, and runs off into the rec room.
Get back here, you fuck!
I'm going to say here, Centurion, if you want to try and chase the Tyrannosaurus baby, give me an. Hold on. There's different terms for these that I should know.
Athletics.
It would be an acrobatics check.
There is an athletics check.
So
If I were
yeah.
to
Oh,
sprint.
yeah, brilliant. Athletics or acrobatics check, your choice.
I'll take an acrobatics.
Acrobatics will go unopposed if you succeed, but an athletics check will be a contested roll between you and the Tyrannosaurus.
Listen, I ain't putting my odds up against that motherfucker.
I will
18.
18. I'm gonna say that succeeds. As the Tyrannosaurus loops back round behind the sofa, you grab onto the back, leap over on top of the Tyrannosaurus. We have a grapple system, don't we?
I want to ride it.
You want to ride it?
It's a baby. Can it hold your weight?
Never mind. If it's a baby, I don't think it's fucking with me.
No.
Aw.
You got a straight no.
Aw. I think there's a specific thing. Combat maneuver, yeah?
You can grapple to pinned circumstance. Can the Tyrannosaurus? So are you going to grapple?
I'm assuming I want to grab it and take. Well, yeah, kind of.
Yeah. So, what's your KAC? What's your kinetic armor class?
12.
Shoot. In that case, I'm gonna need the Tyrannosaurus to roll for me, please. This is funny. 10 plus 12. The DC you have to beat is a 22 to escape this grapple with a acrobatics check. And I'm going to say, as the Tyrannosaurus is the being ridden,
I'm not riding this motherfucker.
the Tyrannosaurus can roll with advantage. The DC is 22. It fails.
Ooh.
You successfully wrangle this baby Tyrannosaurus. You're atop this Tyrannosaurus now. What do you do? The Tyrannosaurus is going to struggle to keep you up because again, it's a baby.
Well, I'm not gonna put my weight much on it, just more so keeping it in place. I'm gonna try to fucking like one swift motion, just fucking grab and pull it right, like essentially like slide it across its mouth so it gets out of it. Not trying to push out of it to break the glass, like more trying to slip it across.
Slip it.
You know what I mean?
I see. Interesting. See, I thought you were going to go with just the trying to yank it out. I would have made you roll disadvantage there. But because you're being a bit tactical about it, I'm going to say that's a flat roll.
Oh.
That would be...
Is there sleight of hand?
There
There is sleight of hand.
I'm going to say you can either roll sleight of hand, or you can roll... you can roll another an athletics check. Whichever
I'm gonna
you
roll
want.
sleight of hand.
Okay.
17.
17. It slides out.
Yo, let's go.
The Tyrannosaur kind of, as you slide it out, it wiggles underneath your grapple, making like a... as it's getting slightly agitated that it has big old human straddled atop it.
Moriyashi just gifted 2 subs.
Thank you, Moria, for the 2 gifted subs, gamer.
Hey! Thanks, Maury, for another 2 gifted to Quiver and Vanilla Cola. I hope you enjoyed those gifted subs. I never get these. I'm joking. Yeah, okay. Sweet. Thank you for the gifted.
Alright. I'm gonna look over and see how the hell it got out at its like little like crate thing, little cage.
Okay. Are you gonna let it go then?
For my safety and its safety, I am going to keep it grappled for now.
Okay. In that case, if you want to move, you can move, but I'm going to say if you leave that room, you're going to have to re-roll to grapple.
Thankfully, the cage
Which will
is
be a dexterity check.
Yeah, thankfully the cage is the top right corner up here, if you remember. From the last session.
Yes.
So I guess how can I not see it from here? Is the couch too, or the chairs couch thing in the way?
You can get through.
I'm just trying to peer over and see if it's like what's up with it.
Oh, we're getting GM intervention here.
GM messaging, yeah, the ref.
Yep. I'm getting rules lawyered by.
I would call it
by
that.
the ref. Okay, I just want to make it so that the cage is there. Okay.
Oh
The
fuck!
cage door is open. It seems like the T-Rex knows how to
Clever
operate
girl.
doors. Clever girl. Or at least
Are these
latches.
latches. Fuck, we're gonna need to get some. Okay, well, Ibby.
She comes back out of the spice rack, now armed with 10 spices, 5 under each arm. Yes.
Ibby, put this fucking back. I need help with this raptor thing.
She watches you struggling with this thing, thinks about it for a second. You seem to be having fun.
I'm not.
The T-Rex is going to try and escape. I'm going to say it's going to roll with disadvantage to try and struggle out now. It's going to once again try make that 22 DC. We'll make it a flat roll. It's going to try struggle out. It doesn't make it. But you feel it sort of like slip away from you for a second, but you've managed to like grip it tighter and pull it back in.
For the funny, can we just like have it like essentially slip out of my grasp and like basically like kind of like re-grapple like around here?
Yeah.
Like
so
essentially like it
okay.
made some leeway.
Yeah.
Kind of deal. Yeah.
We'll say that it kind of leapt, caught you a bit off guard. went straight for Imai and those spices, but you catch it by the neck and pull it back in and sling it under your arm.
It's that small.
Like you trap its neck under your arm, and then with your hands you're holding the body. So now it's facing away from Imai.
Oh,
Okay. Imai walks back leisurely into the spice cabinet area and comes back out now with only 3 spices and makes little mounds on the floor in front of her.
What are you?
Actually, very easy to test for lethal properties in these spices if T-Rex is allowed to consume.
No.
And then she walks back in to put the jars away.
Yeah, I don't think we have an exact role for ethics, but yeah, roll for war crime.
They haven't been invented yet. Let's go.
Hey, there's no Geneva Convention if there's no Geneva, am I right?
There's no PETA, I don't think. Well, I mean, there's those exotic people, but.
Okay.
She walks back out, now empty-handed.
Set is
Brilliant idea, Centurion.
Set is staring at you with the fucking look of death. He is pissed.
Okay,
My.
should I do a check to see if I can tell he's mad at me?
The T-Rex is no longer interested.
Oh, okay, so it stops struggling. Oh, thank fucking god.
Oh,
Yeah,
it
it
wants the
stopped
jars.
struggling.
It doesn't want the things.
Yeah, turns out just wanted some shiny ass jar.
My fucking god.
What was the sense motive check for?
I'm trying to see if I can detect what emotion Centurion is feeling.
Yeah. You look over at Centurion and you see someone who is slightly tired, and you interpret that as they're so tired of trying it their way, they want to try it yours.
What do you?
I don't understand what you mean by that.
Centurion's fully up for going for the spice idea.
Okay.
Like
in that case-
they're tired of grappling this Tyrannosaurus.
Okay. Imai walks over and tries to take the Tyrannosaurus away from Centurion to give him a break.
Centurion, are you resisting?
At this rate, Centurion's too pissed. He's gonna contest it.
Okay, opposed athletics check.
That's probably a good idea, yeah.
Yeah.
Athletics check.
Oh fuck me.
In an upset of the century, Centurion, you didn't expect Imai to just saunter over and very casually and as if thinking that you two were on the exact same wavelength, just picks the Tyrannosaurus up in their arms and just yanks it straight out of yours, and it's before you can even react, so it just kind of slips out. And Imai now walks over to the spices, T-Rex
the
in hand.
tiny spice mounds that I made on the floor.
Oh, it's gonna try to bite.
Okay. I'm gonna say, baby T-Rex. What's your attack die?
I think it was attack 9.
What's your Would it be a strength check?
I think that's what the roll was. I think the roll was.
Oh, wow.
Attack. It did 9 attack. Like it tried to hit for 9.
Oh, try to hit for 9 damage. Okay, I see. Sorry. I still hardly understand how Roll20 works. Oh yeah, a 9 hit. What's your kinetic armor class?
Yeah.
I'm looking for that right now. Kinetic armor class is 14.
It misses. The baby T-Rex tries to bite your arm, but its head can't quite reach round to do it, so it just kind of is next to you, snapping its teeth. It's next to your arm.
Okay, she kneels down and picks up one of the spices and tries to see if the thing wants to eat it now that it's out of the jar.
Why the fuck are you doing? Like, he is just now
Testing.
livid. Oh my god!
Now that you are outwardly sticking your arm out to the T-Rex baby, it looks like it's about to eat the spice off the top, but then unhinges its jaws just a little bit wider and bites your entire hand.
Huh.
You take 4 points of damage.
Okay.
Is it stamina? Is that towards your stamina?
Yeah. It's not like a lethal wound or anything.
Yeah.
I am going to run over and try to take it out of her hands, though.
Can I
for some
react
reason,
before? Can
Quiver,
I react?
I'm just gonna quickly say, for some reason, I can't access your character sheet.
Oh,
Is
odd.
it somewhere
Yeah.
else?
It-
I
no,
see,
it's
like,
right
the
underneath
icon.
yours.
Oh, I can't access Crims either. I can only access Centurion.
Oh, I can access everyone's. That's odd.
Like when I click on it, it only shows bio and info for you and Crim.
Yeah, I only see. For
I can
for
access
my,
Nugget and Centurion, and my own.
For my, I only like usually see the icon. I see bio info, and it's just a picture.
But,
I can't see Crims though.
Okay, I can now see yours. Okay. Just repeat what you said.
I was asking if I could react to being bitten before a centurion runs over.
In what manner? How do you want to react?
I just want to turn around towards centurion, the baby dino still biting my hand, and go, "When was the last time we fed this animal?"
I'm allow it. No need to roll. I'm just allowing that.
Oh my god!
Centurion, in my turns around, asks you this, and like raises the arm, and the T-Rex just floats a little above the ground, still hand in jaws.
I'm still
Hanging
holding
on
him. I'm not letting him fall.
Like a dog has just like bitten some clothing and is just hanging from it, except it's Imai's arm.
I'm holding it though. Yeah.
Mm.
I didn't let go.
Yeah.
Ben is going to immediately just try to like, take it. Oh wait, no, I see. Yeah, he's going to immediately try to take it off, and that's out of anger and just like quick, like thinking more than anything. Not even like trying to pry it out first.
Right.
So he's just trying to like do a little like with a swift little yoink kind of deal, like where.
Okay. Give me another athletics or sleight of hand.
Okay.
Depending on the roll, I will make it a contested. If it succeeds or not.
Yeah, the first one.
18. I'm gonna say. You know what? We'll make it opposed.
I'm okay with that.
Okay.
So just because went for sleight of hand, I'm gonna say this can be either athletics or acrobatics. Like this can
Okay.
be a
Just a
snap
flip.
reaction or just a solid brute holding on. Acrobatics, there's an 11. You try to whisk your hand away. T-Rex still attached, but as you do, the combined pull from you and from Centurion releases the T-Rex back into Centurion's hand.
Okay, is my arm still in its mouth or?
Oh no, the combined pull was enough to yank it off.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to proceed to pet the fucking raptor, like on the back, more or less, because its thing must be fucking stressing right now.
Do we have animal handling? Would that be life science?
Why would
I don't know.
Why wouldn't I not just pet it?
Because it's a wild animal.
Yeah, it's a wild animal. This is a baby T-Rex.
God damn it!
It hasn't been domesticated and won't
Yeah, but
be
it's
in our
being-
lifetime.
Yeah, whatever. I thought it was like an NPC still, technically, so being controlled.
It's an animal, dude.
Yeah. See?
Oh, it pushes. Okay, we've had intervention. It pushes up against Centurion's pets. Is that in a positive or a negative way?
You'll
Just real
never
quick.
know.
Give me a /pos or a /neg. Oh, it's purring.
Okay.
Okay.
It has the
You've
capacity to purr,
You've
apparently.
passively succeeded this.
Oh.
As the T-Rex kind of goes in what you can assume is its attempt to purr, but as it doesn't really have a tongue that can do that, it kind of just like
Okay. Sen's not gonna make too much note of it. More just staring daggers at him.
Can I re-roll to see if he's upset?
Do you want to?
Yeah.
Okay. Give me a sense motive. 40. You can tell that. You're not on a 14. You can tell that Centurion's annoyed. But you don't know why. You thought you were on the same page. If you got a 15 or higher, I would have allowed you to fully understand.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. It's funnier if I don't.
Yeah. Yeah, you can tell that Centurion's upset, but for the reason you do not know.
It was not my responsibility to feed. The animal was not established.
Am I? Go charge.
She stares at you.
Sen stares back.
She doesn't have to blink. She can do this all day.
It might give me a Constitution check. Just flat Constitution.
What for?
I just want to see what you get. Just flat
Okay.
Constitution. 13. You were on 86 last time, right?
76.
76. You, as Centurion says this, like, even though you don't want to be the loser in this situation, you quickly check your battery. You're on 58. This
Nah, I
tussle
can
has
say-
made you drop more than you would normally,
Mm.
but it's not too bad. You're still running pretty well.
Okay. After examining this, she looks back at him. No need for concern.
Nomad will be back in a second. Am I?
Back!
We'll keep
I'm
going.
back.
Oh, hello, welcome back. Okay.
fast.
Yeah. Am I just repeat?
She examines her.
I heard most of it, by the way.
Okay. Then she looks back at Centurion and goes, "No need for concern on that matter."
Sen just like gently puts
Wait,
down the
hold
raptor.
on. Are you trying to bluff him?
No,
Are you
I'm
trying to
not.
pretend like you understand, or?
No, in her mind, Centurion told her to go charge because he thinks she's low on battery.
Right. Okay.
Because, you're trying to confront an AI that doesn't understand emotions.
True.
Sen gently puts down the raptor.
Right.
And he's gonna he's just like, how do I put it? he does the one thing where he starts breathing through his nose a little bit and will like louder and louder. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like just, and then he's gonna punch the fucking side of the wall, right like on this corner here.
Give me a fortification save.
Fortification save.
Fortitude.
Gotcha.
Fortitude save.
Fortitude. 11.
11.
Mm-hmm.
It hurts a bit. Not too bad. You take no damage.
He's just gonna go, please just get out of my sight.
Why?
He's just not gonna explain any further. He's just gonna go upstairs.
Okay. Do you want to try again for that sense motive, or?
Yeah. Yeah, let's see. Let's see if I can finally get it. Do I have advantage this time?
I'm going to say, because Centurion didn't establish any more of the reason, it's still a flat check.
Yeah. Fair.
You just know for a fact. Okay, I'm gonna give it to you. You reason that because this human wanted you to be more sensible when handling a wild animal, mixed with the fact that you now realize he didn't mean that he was on the same page as you. You realize that Centurion never wanted you to try and feed this T-Rex spices. You realize he never even wanted the T-Rex to be out the cage. Like, that was a root problem, and stuff just kept stacking. And in this moment, you make one last realization, which is you really don't understand emotion. And you're getting the sense that it's starting to become a problem. I need you to make a will save.
I don't have the capacity for emotion, so this wouldn't make me upset.
I'm gonna say make one anyway.
Okay.
Interesting.
A will save?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh shit.
+2 against sense most of checks done. So you any poison, sleep, disease, or mind fade. Okay, 24. Your composition stays the same. You're still an unfeeling machine.
You're still a mind.
You can understand that it is an issue, but like you say, you have no emotions.
Mm-hmm.
What do you want to do?
Okay, give me a moment. She's going to go into the kitchen and look for some of the raw meat that had been there before.
Okay.
And then she's gonna do like a check to see if it's gone bad. What would that be?
We'll make it a life science.
Life science? Okay.
And I'll say with advantage, because you've dealt with meat in terms of medical practice, so telling when something's starting to decay is, it's gonna come pretty easy to you. And with a 21, the meat's fine.
Okay.
It was kept in cold storage.
In that case, she will go to the raptor and start tossing it some bits of cut meat because she's under the impression it's hungry.
Fair enough. The raptor looks at you, its beady, carnivorous eyes, as a born predator face directly at you, and you see the pupils dilate as you hold this slab of raw meat in front of a carnivorous predator.
Yeah, she's
then-
throwing as quickly as possible.
Yeah,
by the way.
But then the meat starts flying, and it can't smile, but you can kind of tell this is a positive reaction from it. It's just casually chowing down on some food.
Okay.
Its tail gives a little wag.
Aw. She stares at it eating properly, then goes to clean up the little piles of spices she made on the floor, tosses them away in the sink.
Right. Okay. As you do that, we move back up to Centurion, having now retreated into the sleeping quarters. Not before a quick snap back to somebody over in a certain shipping dockyard outside a certain pub who just has felt a sharp pain in his heart.
What has happened?
They're throwing away my spices.
What happened so far?
The spices have been. So, what do you mean in terms of Emmy
Like,
or
okay, so I went upstairs. What happened, real quick? Because I have to quickly deal with it.
So, Emmy realized that they had made you upset, and in a way to try make it a bit better, fed the T-Rex and has now thrown away the piles of dust, piles of spices.
Got you. Sen?
But I will say real quick, the jars of spices, they're not small. Like, evidently, these are collections, so it's not like, oh, here's a little pot of spice. Like, these are
It's like a
hermetically
mayo
sealed.
jar size thing.
Yeah, we'll say mayo jar. Like mayo jar of spice. So a small pile on the floor was like a dent into the spice.
Like a
collection.
small dent.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, back to Sen.
As a coping mechanism, Sen has put on his gas mask again.
Mhm.
And he is just sitting on the bed over here, like on the side of the bed, with his wrench, his heavy wrench, just kind of like inspecting it, really. Just he's not really doing much. He's in his emotions right now, trying to calm
Right.
himself down.
I'm gonna say roll what do I make this? I can make this one of two things. Either I could make this like I did with Emmy, will save, or I can make this a or I can make this a survival check at disadvantage.
Interesting. I'll just do the will save then. Yeah.
Okay. Roll me a will save.
12.
Centurion, as you're sat on this floor, in your mind's eye, the slightly carpeted floor turns into a grassy dirt patch where the grass is slightly decayed, but tints of green still appear, and sounds of heavy machinery moving past with a slight breeze fill your mind. I want you real quick to describe your homeworld to me.
Oh fuck. Okay. The best way to describe it. Okay. You ever seen? You ever played Borderlands, the pre-sequel?
I know of the game. I haven't played too much.
Do you know like the area where they're in space and it kind of looks like the moon, but they also have like some decent like city, like it's like small city areas kind of bit. You know what I mean?
Right.
Think of it like that, like where it's like a nice, it's a starting to be colonized area.
Hmm.
And a way that you said it, there is some greenery there, and some of it is slightly decayed.
Well,
Now-
I'm glad I made that good judgment call.
Now here's the question: Homeworld before it was fucked up, or Homeworld after Holt's Industry?
When would you have been in your early teens?
Early teens, like 14.
14, 15.
Oh, ooh. That's around the time that they showed up. So,
Alright.
I would say the sound of
During?
heavy machinery would be also a warranted thing because there is one giant fuck off mining drill in the center of it all. The humming of a said device can be heard constantly. The sky, very, very slightly tinted due to the smog.
The smell of sulfur and diesel, where there once was a very neutral smell in your life, fills your nostrils. The sound of machinery is a far-off drill whirring to life after being inactive for a little bit, as repairs had finally been done on a very recently constructed large mining operation. And you're sat on a slightly raised area of land overlooking the horizon and you're sat on an area that was attempted to be terraformed, but there was something about the soil, maybe the pH was a bit off, but the greenery didn't stick. You're sat in the shade of a slightly decayed attempt at a tree, overlooking a freshly built Holtz mining operation. How do you feel in this moment?
Sen's eyes twitch. Specifically the right one. After a few seconds of just like basically that, the whole entire ship could just hear him yell, "Fuck!" Like just screaming it like over like it's like a loud like prolonged fuck essentially.
As that scream draws to an end, as does this brief glimpse at Titan. Typhon? Typhon.
Ivan.
So does this brief glimpse at Typhon. As this very guttural call out of emotions brings you back to reality. And rather than staring at decayed greenery, you're staring at a slightly off-green carpet in the sleeping quarters as a very now awake Camilla Holtz stares at you, wide-eyed.
Sen's more so just gonna like fall to the ground, like hands. He's like basically on his hands and knees, looking straight down. Eyes wide open, pupils dilated. Two very small dots. As he is clearly just in distress, mixed with an unfiltered rage.
You right there, buddy? It was pretty loud.
Sen's
I was
head
sleeping.
jolts, like it basically from one spot to another, stares at Cam. Nothing is said.
Well, I can tell this is a bit of a touchy situation. What happened?
He just kind of
Yeah.
Stands up, looks up. Are you on the bottom?
Bottom bunk, yeah. Like, Camia did not have the strength in their drunken stupor to climb to the top bunk, so they just collapsed on the bottom.
And he's still, as he's standing up, his eyes basically never. He is just staring at you. You can see in how do I put it? You can feel the intent of like essentially a malicious intent right now.
I'm gonna roll for myself sense motive check because I may be a DM, but I'm also a player.
And you're also
I know when I need to give myself rolls.
You're also kind of drunk. Or coming out of it.
Yeah, I would say enough time has passed to where we're dealing with a hangover rather than drunk.
Exactly. Yeah.
So I'm going to roll.
That scream must have hurt.
Sense motive.
Oh god.
On a nat 1, resulting in a 6.
You have no idea why he's upset.
Nope. I'm like,
What a kick! Like basically a catchphrase at this rate.
roll out of the wrong side of bed? I mean, in the relativeness of space, there isn't exactly a wrong side, but, you know.
Shut up.
Okay. Cammy's a bit taken aback, being shouted at so directly. In such a, like, non-playful manner. I think, Imi, if you're hovering around the ladder right now.
Yeah, my intent is to go up there when like the timing is right, but I don't want to interrupt RP.
When the timing is right.
Yeah.
Interesting
So
choice
I
of
would say
words.
now.
Make a sense motive check.
She's gonna go check on him either way. It's more like she hears them talking.
Yeah, well, we're rolling to see if you know when the time is right.
That is fair.
The thing is, I was saying that as a player, not as a character. Like, Quiver the player didn't want to interrupt the RP you two were having. Mine's just going up there.
There's no interrupting RP when it's good RP. So give me a sense motive check.
Okie dokes.
14. You know that Centurion is pretty pissed. So you're going to wait until at least the volume has gone down before you think that it's all clear.
Okay.
So yeah, Cammy is a bit taken aback and is just waiting for you to continue because evidently they don't understand what the fuck is going on here. So they're going to take the route of, well, are you going to tell me what's wrong? And so is just going to sit there looking at you with a slightly puzzled look on their face.
Sen is going to look at his wrench and then look at you. And he lifts it.
Hmm?
But as he's lifting it, like when it's full on above his head, his hand starts shaking.
Camia knows when they're being threatened. And is going to instinctively make a bolt for the door. And I'm going to quickly roll myself an acrobatics check to see if I eat shit.
Would it be a disadvantage due to the hangover?
I'll see. Yeah, I'll give myself disadvantage. Wouldn't matter. Stumbling about, Camia retreats ungraciously to the back door, and is kind of, I'll say on a 10, I won't give myself the grace to go through it yet, and so is just kind of pressed up against it.
Okay, they've been quiet a while, in my thinks. So she goes upstairs now. Only to
Right.
immediately bump into Kamiya trying to open the door.
Camia frantically looks at you and then looks back at Centurion and just says, "You know about this?
They are upset.
No shit."
Imai then walks towards Centurion and kind of sees if he reacts in any way.
About before you get at the start of the carpet,
So around here?
Yeah.
he's going to shout. I said get the fuck away!
She stands there.
And during this time, as like seeing this scene of Amai just standing there and Cammy, just in the corner, he lowers his wrench.
I made you upset.
Then drops the wrench.
And then she walks a tiny bit closer, waiting for him to yell at her again. Does he?
He doesn't.
Then makes her way over to him and gives him a very clumsy attempt at a hug.
Sen just kind of collapses in Amai's very clumsy hug. He still doesn't say anything. His eyes kind of the same, but instead of rage, it's just frustration.
Used to travel with different party. Had a friend. When someone has been made upset, you hug them. And when she says the word hug, it kind of takes a tone like it's being said by someone who common is not their first language.
You can feel Centurions breathing heavily. Even more so for someone that even has a gasp in his skull.
It's the question, is he still in the gas mask or did he take it off?
He's still in the gas mask. He has not taken it off.
Okay.
Still nothing out of him.
She goes to like sit them both down. Does he fight it?
No, he just kind of
Okay. And she continues to hug him and just hold him while he's upset. In an attempt to comfort, even though she does not know conceptually if it's working or not.
Do you want to make another sense motive for me, real quick?
To see if I know it's working or not. That makes sense.
And the answer will be at sense discretion.
I want to do something else. Can I make a contested will save to
Yep.
see his condition at this rate? Will you allow me for that?
Yeah.
Sure.
They said yeah.
18.
Yeah, you don't know.
Mm.
You just kind of sit, like, at this rate, sort of just unresponsive.
Seeing
You're not
that
getting a read.
Okay. Seeing as it apparently is not enough yet, Amai kind of stares at the wall for a moment as if processing what to do next, and then starts playing with the Centurion's hair.
Sen takes off the mask. Still breathing pretty heavily.
She continues to do this, having exhausted her entire arsenal.
That's it. That's all I have.
Of ways to calm someone down, and just kind of resigns to asking, "Is this helping?"
After the long silence, Sen just goes, "Yeah." Essentially, almost defeated.
The raptor was fed, and the spices thrown into the sink.
Which wasn't about the raptor being fed. Or right. God damn it, I needed your help back there and you just did nothing.
Were you not playing with the raptor?
No. I wasn't.
Oh,
It got
it did
out.
not seem like a hostile encounter. Took it to be friendly.
I didn't. It snuck up on me and it took the. Was it? Remind me. It was ballast that was in my hands. Yeah. The spice called ballast.
Right.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. It was.
Are we on about the dark red one?
Was the dark one, yeah, the black and
Yeah.
purplish one.
Oh, the black and purple?
I think that's why he was freaking out because of the fact that it was ballast and it had hallucinogenic properties as well as a possible potent healing agent or like a numbing agent. Essentially.
Roll for me real quick. I'm gonna say a flat intelligence check.
I think that was the 19. I think it rolled twice.
Yeah,
19. I'm gonna give this to you. On a 19, you take a second to think about it, and you think that you know of the placebo effect. You know that sometimes a doctor will give you something and say it does this thing when in fact it doesn't. And you know that on a planet where the healthcare is not great, it's a mining planet, is what it was turned into. That happened commonly, so you know of this. You think that holding it made what shouldn't have been that bad of an episode become bad, not because of its medicinal properties, but because of you holding it and knowing what it does and what it's used for on your planet. It just happened to make it a bit stronger and made the episode quite vivid. It wasn't a medicinal thing. It was your mind.
The sentence looking at my continue on with the statement of I was trying to get it back in the cage. The spice out of its hands.
It was, to
Wow.
my understanding, that you were trying to feed it spice. Thought we were on the same page. Was incorrect.
Sen just kind of sighs. He's gonna kind of also lean over, look at what Cavia's doing.
I was about to say, yeah, Cammy's just giving. I won't make you roll for this or anything. Cammy's just giving you a very confused look because in the span of waking up, they've heard "fuck," been been glared daggers at, been threatened with a wrench, and heard about an incident with a T-Rex and spices, and all of this while hungover. So is very confused about all of this. Like, blatantly.
Sen's just gonna get up. Nice, casually, not like too like aggressive or anything, but like nicely walks over and to Camia.
Mhm.
Kind of I'm assuming they're like on the floor.
Just kind of like in a half squat, backed up against the door.
Yeah. Back squat. I'm trying to think of how that would. I'm confused now.
Like, how tall, Centurion?
5'7".
Your eye line.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I thought they were on the. What do you call it?
Like, Cammy is 6'4". At a half squat, their eye line's gonna meet yours.
So I don't need like a system in getting up.
Nope.
Fuck.
I mean, you can pull them back, but like pull them back and up into a standing position. But...
Yeah, that he'll do that. He'll offer a hand to do it.
I'm gonna redo my sense of motive roll, assuming as this is for a completely different thing. Because earlier it was just trying to make out what the fuck was going on, and they couldn't. So another sense of motive.
Oh, Jesus
11.
Christ.
They're very hesitant, but takes your hand after a second or two.
It kind of helps them up and gives them like a little what do they say, like a half hug, like kind of like a something you would do to an acquaintance. You know what I
Right.
mean? Because it's just due to the position, straight up. It's like, hey, I'm sorry about that. Really?
Camia does something with their body that you are quite familiar with at this point, in having given them a hug before, in that Camia tenses up and then relaxes and just says to you, "It's cool. Evidently you've got something going on, and that's your biz, not mine."
Ben just shakes his head. It shouldn't put your life in danger.
I've seen worse.
He almost like cracks a smile, almost starting to laugh a little bit. Little like chortle.
What? What?
No, not. As he's doing this, he kind of glances over at the ladder and sees the fucking raptor at the bottom of it.
Yeah, the raptor is like just trying its best to look upright and kind of scratching with its tiny claws at the ladder. It gives a little squeak.
Sen's gonna like kind of like go down a little bit and help it up to bring it to the top. And you ever seen an image of like anyone holding a cat where they put their hands right up below their front legs and they kind of
and it,
go
like,
elongate
elongates?
it?
Yeah.
That.
Ah, the dangle test.
Yeah. This. Let me explain it a little bit. This rascal got out. Oh, hello.
Oh,
Nice.
what's up?
The Twitch stream.
Oh. Oh, what the? Jeff Goldblum.
This guy.
Well, you see, we've got this sort of the raptor here, and is hey, it's doing pretty good for itself, and
This guy got out.
Hmm.
Yoinked certain spice, and he's gonna faint, which has some properties, and I didn't want him to get it into it and accidentally eat it. But Imai didn't understand that at all, and one thing led to another, and yeah.
right. Yeah. Cameo just briefly like pulls back a bit after once again realizing, fuck, there's a T-Rex on the ship, isn't there? But yeah, just kind of leaves you to yourself. You do hear from
she
the from the cockpit, a large booming voice ask, "Is everything all right in there?" As Krim, who doesn't want to take his eyes off the navigation controls, is just trying to check to see if everything's all right. Nomad, I'll let you answer this one. Nomad? We lost.
No, sorry, I didn't notice. Okay, I was reading the chat real quick.
Is it right?
Yeah, everything's fine.
Okay. A very reluctant bear goes back to navigating the ship. That's our Krim cameo, everyone! Woo! Give it up for Krim! Krim is now an NPC. I'm joking. Ricky will be back soon. Whenever.
Okay.
Okay, what the fuck? You made Krim sound so white. Bruh, what the fuck? I tried to emulate Ricky's voice and it didn't come out right. Cut me some slack. To me, Krim sounds like a suburban, like, heavyset white dad.
Whoa, I'm telling you.
And Ricky can just live with that, okay?
Put that down in the notes.
Like, he sounds like this type of guy who says sport to a child. Right there, sport?
You're right there. God.
I just interpreted as Ricky trying to do a Yogi Bear impression.
Volunteers for the HOA!
Oh my god.
But yeah. The raptor's just kind of nuzzling into your arms at this point.
So where did Cammy go?
Cammy's just kind of was taken a bit aback by the T-Rex and just goes in very gently with an outstretched hand to like gauge the reaction from the T-Rex.
It
And-
bites.
It bites? I'm not seeing a roll. I'm not seeing a roll.
No.
Oh, you were saying that in
was-
character.
yeah.
Oh God!
It went for it. It went for a bite. My kinetic armor class is 18 somehow, so it misses. And Cameo quickly whips back the hand and goes, "Oh,
Oh,
Vice, you want?"
yeah. I was gonna say the
very
same.
nervous laugh.
Okay, I'm gonna like kind of like tuck it a little bit further in so it doesn't pose as much of a threat.
Right.
I did. Oh, geez, why is it only? I've been petting it just fine.
Right, but what? How did it get up? Wasn't it in a cage?
It seems like they know how to operate doors now, or latches.
Right.
So, no, we're safe.
We should probably put a lock on it then, right?
Sen just gives it a look. No, I think it'll be fine.
It tried to bite me.
Because you put your hand in front of it. It's still a predator. Just
Hey,
a
How
very
come you're holding it like
As
nobody's
well.
business?
He's just a very cute predator. He's just gonna go pet it more.
Who's a cute apex predator? You are, yes you are.
I'm certain that he will get to know you guys better. And then everything will be okay. And once they realize that you guys aren't food.
Well, they raised dinosaurs on wherever you grew up.
Oh God!
The
Nuzzle. Does the nuzzle pass my
Sorry.
kinetic?
uh,
Does it? No, I have a 12. So, just barely. Where is it?
Yeah, it tries to nuzzle you. Do you let it?
Of course I let it nuzzle me. You kidding me?
No.
You-
Okay.
oh, boy.
Then I can't make it not an attack. Yeah. You let it
does
nuzzle
0
you.
damage though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. I mean, it just presses up against your hand, and strokes up along your arm.
See? Again, once it gets to know you, it's fine.
Right, and they had dinosaurs on your home planet. Were they roaming free along with you? Were you riding a... I don't know, dinosaurs.
Ben's face immediately jolts from like him being like, "Oh, I'm doing pretty all right now," to immediate frown again. Don't assume
What,
that.
did you actually have a dinosaur?
No, don't assume that.
Are you telling me that as a player or as
As a player, as a character,
As in, like, out of character or in character?
in character, as Centurion.
Wait, did you actually...
No.
I'm gonna roll sense motive. If it's 10 or above, I won't push. If it's below a 10, I'm gonna push. It's a 12. Did you... You know what? Never mind. The last thing I want to do is piss you off any further.
Very wise.
Hmm.
All right, let me put this guy back downstairs.
Good plan. And I'll look around and see if we have like a basic code lock or something.
It won't be necessary, but yeah, sure.
Uh,
We're just gonna.
Yep. I'll let this just. I'll let it ride.
Okay.
Do we-
Imai stays with Kamiya, not following Centurion.
Mhm.
and looks at their arm. Do you feel any itching on your arm? At which point you,
You know,
notice she
I
never
know-
took the spices
Yeah.
off.
I know the case said that there was no reaction, but I'm gonna quickly roll a Constitution check. 15. There's no reaction. Cammy looks at their arm and just like, what are you talking about? That? What the? Is that? Camilla presses their finger into slightly into a slightly brownish orange powder
Oh, there he goes. Back into his cage.
on their arm, and just taste it with the back of taste it off of their pinky. Like, is that cumin? Why are you putting spices on my arm?
To
Is this
test
some sort of
for future
rat joke?
allergies.
Oh, right. I mean, that's fair enough. We did have a pretty bad reaction. But still, you are aware of what
She grabs
consent
her,
is, right?
She grabs
Like
Kamiya's
medical consent.
hand
No,
and tries to lead Kamiya down to the spice rack.
I'm gonna say Camille just kind of is taken a bit aback, but won't like argue
Okay.
with coming down. So
Sen just like says as they're walking by, have fun for a few hours, Cammy.
Wait,
10
oh.
have already been tested. 110 more to go.
On... Is it? And Camilla stops mid-sentence as they spy the very small shelf labeled Epsilon Station. It just takes a second. Oh. Wow. That's weird. Why is that? Hold on. 6, 12, 10, 100 spices!
120 total.
Right. 120. What?
Need
How
to
did you-
test for allergens. And she takes one off the shelf without really looking at what it is and opens up the jar.
Oh God.
Slowly, not looking away from Kamiya.
Did you get ham cap?
She takes a little bit out and starts rubbing it on Kamiya's wrist.
Don't.
Are you allergic to this?
No, but are you fucking insane?
Need to test for allergens. Made mistake once. Will not
That's
risk your life.
That's ham
again.
cap. That's ham cap. HWSCAP. It's shorthand. Hammerhead weapon system capsaicin.
What?
It was developed for combat use a couple cycles ago, but I mean, some people use it as a spice, but you know, you gotta be off your fucking rocker to use that. Jeez. Or have an incredibly high spice tolerance.
Sen's just gonna walk over, hearing that, and inspect it. What does it look
That
like?
shit sends people to the hospital. First time use. If you haven't built up a proper tolerance. Put that shit back.
Sen's
She
going
turns to Centurion and goes to test for his allergies.
Fuck.
Sen, did you pay attention to what Cammy was saying?
Yeah, a little bit. He was kind of like overhearing the conversation because he was gonna enjoy the fact that
It wasn't just him.
oh god. He's still gonna know. He still noted this, and then was like paying attention. He's gonna take the one bit that she like put on his wrist, and then put 2 fingers on it and lick it.
Okay, I need you for me. Right. Jeez.
She's
I
gonna
thought you
try
would
to
take
slap
the
your
fucking
hand before
Okay.
before you lick it.
oh.
Why is not allowing you to
We're-
consume
okay,
something
we're-
you have not been tested
Right, we're
for.
gonna play this, right? What we're going
Yeah.
to do is, first of all, you're going to make an athletics or acrobatics check. If
Mhm.
you beat
Well, we should make it contested.
it's combat would we use combat maneuvers here?
No.
Hmm.
No. Because I'm
What
just thinking like
wouldn't I just do sleight of hand contest?
Okay, you can either roll me sleight of hand to set a DC, or I'll give it a base DC of 16.
I'm not. I'm just gonna let the 16 roll.
Let the 16 roll. All right. So if you beat a 16 with athletics or acrobatics, I'll say that you swipe it out of his hand.
Or you grab my hand.
You made a 5. So I'm gonna describe this step by step.
Do I make a con save?
You're gonna do a bit more than a con save.
Oh, great.
So Azimai goes to grab.
Why are you smiling? I don't like the smile. The smile is concerning me.
Goes to grab Centurion's hand. Misses the hand, hits the wrist, but the wrist is connected to a hand, which is connected to fingers that are already in Centurion's mouth.
I didn't show my
Your tongue,
a little taste.
your tongue hits the powder.
Okay.
Make me a Constitution save. You need to hit a nat 20.
Oh fuck me. There's no a nat 20.
You need to hit a nat 20. It's a 1 in
Oh,
10
it's fortitude.
Dude.
No, I'm saying. Oh yeah, it's fortitude. You still need to hit a nat 20 though.
You motherfucker.
There are no
Fuck.
consequences.
It's a 5.
It's a 5. You taste nothing.
Oh
The
no.
first 2
Oh
seconds.
no. Oh.
Okay. I need you to make me a will save.
Oh my fucking god. All right. We'll save it is.
And
Wait.
I'm going to say at disadvantage because of that 5.
10.
So will save is a 10.
No, it was 10.
I hate this double clicking stuff so much, dude. I gotta
That's
get
right.
my mouse.
Okay. You feel it's the psychic equivalent of getting flicked where the sun don't shine.
Licked?
Flicked.
Interesting.
As in like an instant, like a whack.
Oh, okay, I see.
And your brain kind of shakes for a second. I need
Yeah.
you to take for me right now. Is it stamina points? Is the
It's gonna do, like, it's gonna harm me?
I
It
need you.
sends people to the hospital.
I need you to take right now.
Yeah.
Okay, it was a 10. I'll say 3.
I could take straight up HP damage? What the fuck?
I need you to take 3 stamina points of damage.
Okay. All right.
Now I need you to roll for me. Another fortitude save.
Oh, you mother. Four.
You feel again kind of nothing.
Oh, fuck off.
Your skin has gotten very sweaty very quick. You look at Camia and Imi. Their shapes not really that legible, but you can see them shrinking.
Bad idea.
But you also see the roof kind of move back. They're not shrinking, the roof's not going back. You feel gravity take you as you slam on lead on your back, unconscious.
Great.
Hey, I'm not making you take damage.
I know. Regret. Instant regret.
Imai immediately walks past Kamiya and pours the entire spice down the drain. Leaves it to fall down the drain, leaves the tap running, walks back
Evil
and
cat.
casts Mystic Cure. I think it's
What
called.
does
Let me double check.
Mystic Cure?
do?
I think so. Let me double check.
Can you read me out what Mystic Cure does?
I'm looking. Restores HP depending on level, starting at 1d8 plus Wisdom mod, going up 2 per level.
What? My HP
Okay.
didn't take damage is the problem.
With this, jolt him back though.
I'm gonna say for roleplay purposes, you can bring him from an unconscious state to a semi-conscious state. However,
Damn.
if you do this,
Mhm.
he is going to feel more of the effects of Hamcap.
You should
Then-
have cured it.
Then would this be like a remove condition?
This would be
Both.
essentially
technically.
you waking him up. This would not
Yeah,
be a
yeah.
removing of the condition.
Yeah, but I
No,
have
there's
remove
a-
condition.
There's a
yeah,
feat called or whatever it is.
No, it's a spell.
Spell. Yeah.
So the thing
You
is,
can do.
Imai
Yeah, I'll let
doesn't
you do
know
remove
why
condition
he
then.
fainted. She knows he fainted. So what's gonna happen is when
Chokes
he
her.
comes back and is still in distress, then she's gonna remove the condition.
So she's gonna use both, basically.
yeah. Waste
Okay.
both. I have 3.
Can you do
just
both in
used-
one? I'm gonna treat this like a combat thing. Can you make?
Okay.
Can you do both in one turn?
One action and then one action. So it would take a
Good.
moment.
So these are two standard actions.
Would
Yeah,
that
so it
take
would be in
would
the
that
course
take
of-
over the course of two turns?
2 turns, yeah, so
You can
12
only do
seconds.
one. Yeah.
I'm going to say he will feel the effects.
Yeah, I'm aware.
At least one of them.
Oh God.
So let's play this out.
Oh no.
As you cast, which one was it?
Mystic Cure first.
As you cast Mystic Cure, your systems wear into life, and you kind of it's a slight shock to the brain to get it to wake up.
Jesus Christ.
Your systems have determined that that's the best course of action to get from this state of unconsciousness to some form of consciousness. Centurion, your vision snaps back to you as you see the back of your eyelids and you try open them. You see light and you see color, but you don't really see shapes right now. I need you to roll for me one more fortitude saving throw.
Gotcha. 16.
16. I'm going to say at that point, if you failed this, and I will tell you the DC was a 15,
Oh god.
I would have made you take damage.
Great.
You feel like you missed the point where the like spice ramped up. So your consciousness, because you're unconscious for the ramp up, you went from feeling nothing to feeling everything in that instant. It doesn't taste of anything.
It
It tastes of hurt. It tastes of hurt. Think hottest,
Like the
hottest,
bomb.
like hot sauce. Yeah, like da bomb, but it's not even like flavored. It's just the hurt part of a hot sauce. And
That's what the bomb is, basically. It's like, it's just fuck.
yeah, it is physically hurting you, and your body's one response is get it out, get it out, get it out, as a projectile vomit
Oh, come on.
erupts from you.
Give me
It
a
is
chance.
stained a deep, visceral orange.
I thought it was gonna be like a black, like a dark black, like orange. Ew.
No. I believe we established... Oh no, we didn't establish color. Hamcap is a bright orange.
Okay, I see.
It is like an unnatural, artificial bright orange. It was developed by Hammerhead Weapon Systems as a combat thing. It is a drug, essentially. And it was developed in a lab. There's nothing natural about it. It is a bright orange.
Great.
And it has stained your entire vomit, this bright orange, as it splats on the wall. And rather than raining down like
Don't do it. Don't do it.
like a liquid would, it's become like oobleck. It's a non-Newtonian fluid at this point, as the harsh impact turns it solid, and then slowly starts off the roof. I'm going to allow you to move out the way. So I'm going to make you roll do an acrobatics check at
You
disadvantage.
motherfucker.
If you hit a 10, I will say you move out the way before it hits you.
Alright. You said a disadvantage?
I would
Yeah.
be pulling him out, so would that cancel?
If you're doing a help action, then
Yeah.
it'll be a flat roll.
Okay. Yes.
You made the 10.
Yeah.
A strand of hair gets hit by this as it hits the floor and once again turns brick solid before slowly melting into just a puddle on the floor. You were dragged by your feet and flipped onto your side. Imai's
Oh, shit.
primary systems kicking in, instantly putting you in a recovery position after seeing you vomit. I'm gonna say this. It was like a reflex. It was a non-starter.
my reaction,
putting you
yeah.
in this. Yeah. Kamiya leaps back, screams. What'd you do? And then blurring over the system. Warning! Warning! Foreign containment detected in life support system. As God, what was their bloody name?
Handcap, I think it was.
No. This
Sassy.
Yes, as Sassy was to life, as Handcap, this borderline drug was pumped into its disposal waste, but as And
It's
Cap,
watered down a
when-
little bit.
Here's the thing, though. When it reacts with the liquid, as you've just seen from the vomit, it becomes a non-Newtonian fluid. It's jammed up some shit down there. As the water was rushing past, it was pushing itself through stuff. And maybe just a drop got through a pipe where it might not have meant to. And don't get me wrong, the ship's very slow repair system will deal with that eventually. It won't be too much of an issue. But for in this one moment, that single drop of Hamcap dripped onto a ventilation system.
You.
Oh, water recycle system. Thank you, Drunken Chariot. As another message blurs over the top. Water recycle system clogged. Halting water recycle system. You hear the toilet upstairs
Oh no.
as all the water is drained from it. All the water in the sink drained. All of the water has been pulled back as it cannot be deemed safe if the water recycle system has been clogged. Because for all the ship knows, that is a biohazard sitting in your toilet or in your sink. The lights go red for a moment as this blares, but then it returns. Your ship will probably need that checked over by a specialist, or if one of your crew knows a thing or two about ships, then they could probably look. This
This sounds like a job
you know
for
what?
me.
I'm gonna make everyone roll just computers real quick.
How high is your computers?
Mine's a 6. My modifier.
Computers?
The baby Tyrannosaur rolled a -6. What is a computer? I rolled a 20. Oh no, I rolled on yours by accident. So yeah, yours is a 22. I was looking at your character sheet, not mine. My computer's is also a 6 though. I got an 8. But yeah, this is good because I get to explain it to you rather than explaining myself. Centurion, you know, with the 22, the water recycle system, that's not something you have to pay to get fixed. As long as you've got the thing that it needs replaced, which will probably just be one of the vents that allows the water through. You know, this is a pretty easy fix. Then it's just a simple drain the water out of the ship's reservoir, and replace it with some fresh stuff, which might cost a bit of money, but
You don't have a water generator?
you find the right planet, it's gonna cost you fuck all. Yeah, so you know that you can get this repaired without going to a mechanics.
Okay.
Yeah. Cameo and I don't really know that. They just know that the water recycle system has been clogged. And that it's not a good thing. So yeah.
Okay,
Cool.
next course of action, remove condition. Could I do that now?
I will now allow you to remove the condition.
Okay. I cast remove condition. You feel the spice slowly fade away to nothing as the spell takes effect.
I will say, do you mind me like flavoring your spells as like your body's like
Yeah, how does it-
functions
How does it
as
work
a
with that?
as a droid, or do you
That
like
would
them
be
all
something for me to
misclassified?
decide, though.
Yeah. is that something that you'd want to go down, or
Yeah,
is it,
but I
is it more of
haven't
a...
like fully like worked it out yet. So
Okay. Would you like me to give you 2 scenarios and then see which one you like
Or
better?
just yeah.
sure.
Oh my god! Shut the fuck up, Amazon.
Oh, whoa!
My Amazon Alexa has just gone off. I don't know why. Echo, stop. Jeez. Right. Okay. Okay. So scenario 1 is, out of your finger comes a little, like, nozzle. It's not like a you push it down on your finger, but it's like a little hole appears. You open up Centurion's mouth, point the nozzle down, and a spritz of a aqua white mist sprays down into the throat, coating it. Or we go with some technomancy shiz. Which would you like?
It's magic. It's not like a physical thing I'm doing, though.
It's not a physical thing?
Yeah, it's magic.
All right, then.
She's a mystic healer, specifically.
Yeah, in that case, I will let you tell me how it happens.
Okay. So immediately she gets a little bit closer to the source of the issue, which would be his tongue. So she grabs both of his cheeks, and a slightly off-white type of mist appears around her hands, enveloping your head for a moment.
Oh. Ah.
In
Cammy
progress.
looks down pretty impressed.
After it's determined by her inner systems that this is enough magic to actually take you out of the condition, a little check mark appears in her eye displays. Healing complete. And then the magic kind of dissipates and you feel way better than you did a moment ago.
Woo! Okay. Now we're doing that again.
Of course not. Got rid of spice. Immediately.
As you as it all comes to a bit of a clearing here, you hear from the cockpit call signal come in. Would you all like to go up and check it out?
Oh.
Along with Grim?
Nah. No.
Take the plot. Fate. God damn. For the purposes of following chat, for the purposes of following the story, Camia is going to take the bait to get out of this situation because it looks like Imi has got Centurion all under control. So Camia heads up to join Krim in the station and gives the all clear to answer the call. Someone in slightly older looking regalia answers and says, "So, are we going through with this job of yours or not? We got your call number from the one that you gave us before. We seen it had recently been hooked up to a ship. We assume that this is the ship that you have. Would we be correct?" Cameo answers, "Yeah, this is the one." They say, "Right. Well, the nut can't stay up here forever. Let us know what you find." And that is where we will end our side session, episode 3.5 of Yulon, the Citadel. Thank you everyone for watching. It has been a pleasure being the guest DM on a campaign that I'm in, which is weird. But hey, it ended up being cool and fun, and we had a good time. I hope.
Yeah, I
Yay.
hope everyone had a good time tonight. I apologize for my absence, but
It's chill.
we will return next time for continuing the main campaign.
And what is coming up next in terms of TTRPGs here on Kaerul Artemia?
So that depends. Would you guys like a makeup session this coming Saturday?
I'm down for it.
I'm down for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then
Just gotta let Ricky know.
Yep. Then we will have 3 upcoming streams this week. On
Ooh.
at least. I'll see what's going on in the beginning of the week, but on Thursday, at probably around 3 or 4 o'clock CDT, I will announce it more officially later. We will be continuing playing Dredge. And then this weekend, Saturday at 4 p.m., we will have our next official session of Age of Stars, and on Sunday at 5, Age of Titans.
Can I do the outro?
Absolutely real quick, we are going to go raid Rumi. She's a super awesome VTuber who's playing the Forest again. We've raided her a couple times. I really
Hey.
vibe with her. So, yeah.
Well, thank you guys so much for watching Yulon the Citadel. I've been Sylvia. You've all been incredible. And we will see you all in the raid. Thank you all. Goodbye!
Later.
Bye.
Phew.
Wow.